Hello, this is Shoshana from the American Society of Plant Biologists. I'm the Senior Membership Manager, and I thought I would show you how to access and edit your ASPB profile on the ASPB portal. And so, of course, the first thing you're going to do is log in. This is just a test account I created to do this with. Let's see, you'll log in, and you'll see there that there was forget password and create an account if you didn't have one. Once logged in, you'll land on this page, which is your profile. And you'll see this first page you land on is your basic information. Lots of information there. This profile has not added much information. But to edit this, you're just going to click on change. You can put a salutation if you want, your first name, and you can put anything, you don't have to use your formal first name if you want. If you prefer to be Bob, or when you're Robert or whatever, or if you have another name that you just prefer to be referred to, that's fine. I'll say your last name, and if you wanted to put your formal name here but list a preferred name, that is also an option. Obviously your join date and paid due dates are not things that you'll be able to edit because those are set by your purchases, but we just leave them there, they're grayed out. Suffix, there's a whole bunch of them here, all the basic standard ones. And then your job title. And like here, I need to fix the spelling. You can put in your organization here, so wherever you're working or going to school. And then your organization type. And like you can see, these are the ones I've selected, and you can have more than one. And to change those, if you want to take off one, you just highlight it and send it back to the main list. If you want to add one, again, you just highlight it and send it to the selection box. If there was a type of organization that you work for that is not in this list, and you wanted to put it on here, you can do that. And then you can move to the gender selection. And of course, you don't have to state, and of course, there are other options that you might want to enter here. So you can definitely choose the other, and then fill in if you want. Here, we also have a space for your pronouns if you wish to share those. And again, ethnicity, so it works similar as the organization type. You can have multiple. You can send it to the selection box and back out of the selection box. And of course, there's another other. And again, most of these fields are not required. So that's for you to edit. And decide your orchid ID if you have one. What is the highest level of education you've received? And then this is your area of focus, and we have a lot to choose from. This list may be being edited soon to make it a little more compact and such. So you can put in similar as to the other multi-select boxes. Add this way, remove, and of course there is an other field. You can fill in your professional role, similar, just whatever works for you. There's a lot here to choose from, and again, just add it to the selection box and remove as needed. There's also, again, an other, and then these. Here, if you want to be interested in reviewing for one of our journals, you select yes. You can leave it blank, of course, so you can select no. If you do select yes, when we're looking for new journal reviewers, we will pull the list of people who responded yes. Journal miles, this is another thing you can't edit. This is for those who have reviewed journals It lets them know how many miles they've collected so far, and they can use those for things like memberships and other items. If you're interested in being on a committee, an ASPB committee, you can write a statement on why you want to serve on a committee, and then select which committees you would be interested in serving on. We do pull this list when we are looking for new committee members. And then you just save. And then the page will refresh. And then you can move on to the next section, which is the communication. Basically does the same thing. You can put in your email, different emails. Your preferred, whichever one you list as your preferred, will also be your username, just so you're aware. And then your phone numbers, and then which phone number you would prefer us to reach out to you on if we needed to. For members, if you wish to get an email sent with the ASPB news or not, the default, if you don't mark this as don't send, we will send it, and that goes for the print edition as well. So that is a opt-out situation. This is just a selection of kinds of emails you would like to receive from ASPB. And again, once you've done, you save. And then social media, if you want to list any of your social media accounts, you can change this and enter those and save. And then I'll just very briefly show you some of the other sections of the profile. Your address book. You can have multiple addresses. Say you want to list your home address and your work address, your summer address, any of those things. You can certainly do. You just click on here, you give it a name, so you know, and the type, your home, work, or other, and you can enter the address, additional details, and save. Next is the My Memberships. This is where your memberships will be listed. Now this test account does not have any memberships, but they would be listed here. Any current ones would show up immediately. Any old ones, there'd be a button here that says View Inactive, and you click on that to see any expired memberships. And next to the memberships would be that are up for renewal, there would be a Renew button next to. It makes membership renewal very easy. My affiliations. This is just organizations you've either been to as a student or as for work. You can just add an affiliation. You just start typing, and it'll come up with ones that we have in our system. And then you can just put a start date. And an end date if you are no longer with them. And you add the affiliation. And you will see that will now show up as an active affiliation because it doesn't have an end date. Payment methods, if you wish to store a credit card. Again, you just click the add credit card, put in the credit card information, and that would be stored. If you had invoices that you either had paid or needed to be paid, they would show up here. First is the open order, so anything that's due. And you would need to change the date range of when the invoice was created. If it wasn't this year, you'll need to change it. By default, it comes up with this year. You can also look at all orders, but again, you need to change the date range. So you could look, of course, this is a test account, so there are no invoices on this account. And then badges, which also this test account doesn't have, but this would be things like if you attended a plant biology meeting, Your membership badge would show up here if you're a current member, and various other things, section meeting attendance, and so forth would all show up here. Committee members, and the like would have badges, and they're just mostly for display. And that is the basic membership profile on the ASPB portal. And members and non-members can edit all this information as they like to keep us updated with their contact information and other details. Thank you, and if you have any questions, please be sure to reach out to us at info@aspb.org. Thank you.